Bookish. My name is Olivia. How the devil are you all? Sorry about missing you with a new video last week. It's been a bit manic at work, you know, that adulting life, got to earn that dollar for some new books. Yeah, it's got a big kind of project going on at the moment where I'm trying to basically convince all the teachers that I work with that they need to get their students to read more. It's a hard life, but someone's got to do it. And I've got a big presentation coming this week as well, so it's very nerve-wracking. But I am back today for a tag video. Now, for a lot of people, January is what seemingly is the longest month of the year, even though on paper it's the same as the rest. To me, January has like 76 weeks. I'm not even kidding. January seems to have 76 weeks because January just goes on and on and on. And that is why today, because of that, and I know what that feeling is like, we are here for a book tag, the Beat the Blues January book tag. This is an original book tag that I found over at Book Break. I will pop the link down below. And it focuses on cheering yourself up in these dreary months through his books and bookish goodies. So let's make a start with this. The first question: what's a book you've read so far in 2020 that's cheered you up? For me, it's a January release. I read it as an ARC, and that was Love Boat Taipei by Abigail Hing Wen. I think I've written that down. Yeah, Abigail Hing Wen. It really cheered me up because it was just really lovely, light and fluffy. You've got our main character, Eva. She's sent to this, you know, she's not doing very well at school. All she wants to do is dance. Parents are like, no, you've got to take a career seriously. So she gets sent to Taiwan to get in touch with her heritage and, you know, learn these skills that are going to give her a better chance in the world. But this strict kind of summer school she's been sent to isn't all it seems. That's all I'm going to say. It is one of these, it's fluffy on the outside, but also has some hard-hitting stuff. So it's really good. If you haven't seen it, I would definitely recommend it. It's one that I'm intrigued to see where it goes because I'm sure on Goodreads I've seen that there's going to be a second book. Maybe a third book? Definitely a second book. So definitely check that one out. Question 2, recommend a book set in winter. Now, the one I want to recommend is, I don't know if it's all set in winter. I know part of it is, because I wanted to recommend one that I'd read, and that is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. This was one of my favourite books of 2019. I just adored it. Beauty and the Beast, modern retelling, all the Disney feels for my heart. Beauty and the Beast is my joint top Disney film of all time, and Bridget Kemmerer did it so well. The representation with Harper, with cerebral palsy, and it, you know, that being a badass and kind of what happened there. Next month, the sequel, A Heart So Fierce and Broken, it's already out, but it's on my TBR for next month. The certain readathon that's coming up around the 10th of Feb. Stay tuned for that one. Number 3, recommend a book set in the dark. I think the one that came to mind with this one was another January read for me, and you'll see from my January wrap-up one I really enjoyed, and that is The Wicked Deep by Shay Earnshaw. This is one I have been sat on for years and years, months and months. I've been sat on it for a while, and it's kind of said there, and people are like, oh my god, you got to read it. It's just really good, and I know for some people it can be hit and miss, or some people say, I know Shay Earnshaw is now probably her second book, Winterwood, which I haven't read yet, but I own. And they said, a lot of people say The Wicked Deep is strong, and I just loved The Wicked Deep. The kind of atmosphere, I've never read anything like The Wicked Deep. It was so good. I just was captivated by it. I know there's some people that kind of say the last kind of, the tie-up of events towards the end, if you've read it on that, you'll know what I mean, is rushed, and I can see that, but for me, I just thought it was brilliant. So if you're talking about the dark and atmospheric and spooky, I felt cold. She was describing wintry woods. I felt cold. You guys know I don't feel cold very often. I'm a very warm-hearted person. Number 4, recommend a book set in a cold climate. Oh, let's go for one I read last year. Michigan versus the Boys, Carrie S. Allen, I think I'd written down. Yeah, Carrie S. Allen, Michigan versus the Boys. This was it was difficult to read in some places, but you have our main character, I think it sets, I'm going to say somewhere in Alaska, I might be wrong, but kind of a small town that's most famous for its ice hockey team. The main character, Michigan, there is a girls' ice hockey team, but due to funding, that gets cut. All of her friends go elsewhere to play, or they stop playing, or they kind of just give up. And the only way she can see to survive is to kind of try and join the boys' ice hockey team. She makes it, and actually it's commented that she's better than a lot of the boys, which is quite funny. But the boys don't welcome her. The toxic environment that Michigan has to be in, ghosting, horrific kind of abuse she has to go through at the hands of these boys. It's a powerful read, but it's so well done. The author handles such a sensitive topic in the best kind of way, so I'd really, really recommend that one. Let's carry on. Number 5, recommend a book that takes place over the whole year. Now, when I was putting this together, I think this takes place over a whole year, because I seem to remember kind of the end sequence is like a year later, I think. And that is another one that I really enjoyed last year, Pride by E.B. Zoboy. This is one I love. Pride and Prejudice is one of my all-time favourite classics, and it is one that I just adore. And kind of, I've read retellings, I've watched movies, TV versions, but E.B. Zoboy's version, setting it in kind of Harlem or Brooklyn, New York, is just brilliant. And it kind of, you get the first meeting, when I was reading it, I was like, oh my God, there's that character and there's that character. And oh yeah, that happened, but that's how they've put a twist on it. It's really cleverly done, really easy read, really funny, really romantic, really sad. Just a really, really cracking read. Excuse me. As we carry on, number 6, slightly different question. Recommend a cosy spot to read. Now for me, that's either curled up on my sofa with my blanket, which literally is currently here. Curled up on my sofa with my blanket with a candle burning, and I do have my candle going, my woodwick candle going over there, or in bed. I've started reading a lot in bed on my Kindle, which I really, really enjoy. Also means I get to stay up late to read when I should be going to sleep early to get ready for work. But no, reading is life, reading is priority. Following that with recommend a reading snack. Number 7 is question 7. I like things I can kind of grab at or kind of just sit and eat. I've got some in the moment in the fridge. I've got some Aero Mint brownies and Nutella blondies, which are fab to eat because they're so soft when they've kind of had that chill come off them, and you just break them down and scoff on them. I've seen what potentially will be a new reading snack for me today on social media. Smarties have released Smarties buttons. So like chocolate buttons with Smarties in, and there's white chocolate ones. That might become my new obsession. But something little so I can just grab and pick out, or just kind of take a handful of. It's definitely the best kind of reading snack. Moving forward, 2 more questions. Number 8, what books are you most looking forward to coming out in 2020? Oh, if you haven't seen my most anticipated 2020 reads video, I'll link it down below. My top 3, I think they were my top 3. The Kingdom of Back by Marie Lu, which is out in March. Historical fantasy, so intrigued by it, really, really can't wait to get hold of it. Back down in September, there is The Nobleman's Guide to Scandals and Shipwrecks, Mackenzie Lee, which is the next one in the kind of Montague siblings. It's about the youngest sibling who is a baby in the first 2 books, but obviously has grown up. And then I just can't get over how much I'm ready to read this book, Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angelis. Giving me all that Phantom of the Opera meets Moulin Rouge vibes, giving me, if you've ever seen the film The Prestige, Magicians, battling it out to be superior. And I have to say, I got approved for an e-arc of Where Dreams Descend, and I don't think I've ever been so happy in my life as when I saw that pop up on my NetGalley. Thank you, NetGalley, I love you so much. I want to read it, and I'm like, am I ready? Am I ready for this awesomeness? And I just can't wait. So yeah, Where Dreams Descend, The Kingdom of Back, and Nobleman's Guide to Scandals and Shipwrecks are probably my top 3, but I'll link the video down below. Tell me what you think. And finally, after this tag, are you now feeling any better about it being January? Yes, I am. Got to stay on the positive. It's a new year. January can be a very long, drawn out time. I mean, if you see the bags under my eyes, you can see what January's done to me. But it's life. You live your best life. I'm filming this on the 26th of January. It's nearly, February. My birthday's in February. I get a holiday from work in February. It's just going to be great times, and just all the time for reading and amazing, amazing books. So yes, this has been the Beat the Blues January book tag. Thank you for popping in to my channel and saying hello. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and follow me on all my social media platforms, which are listed down below, and I will see you lovely lot in the next video. Bye!